Come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is going to be my review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 3, Episode 8. This episode, it didn't really have a whole lot going on with it. Let's knock the small stuff out first. Willie and Shonda. Okay, so we already gathered they're breaking up. They were separating and all of that. Why we needed to go through a whole nother thing of them trying to come together, her saying, no, I don't want it. And then now he's finally moving out. He got his shit and he's leaving, and we had to watch him cry and the whole night. Goodbye, Willie. Bye. It is what it is. Go away. Try to fix the shit off camera. Come back when y'all fixed it. I don't need to see any more of it. Moving on. Okay, Ray and Princess. Princess is going through all her rigmarole back and forth about her broken family and all of this. So we're learning more and more about this broken family life of hers. She wants her dad to walk her down the aisle. We're not sure still to now that if that happened or is going to happen, that whole thing. But Ray J actually did surprise her. Goddamn Ray. She's doing wedding gowns. Trying on wedding gowns, and fucking Ray shows up. Like, duh. You're not supposed to be there. Like, you're not showing up where you're supposed to show up, but you showed up at all the wrong places. But he showed up. We had to let him go. Brought her grandma, which just made her cry, and that was a really touching scene. But yeah, so her grandmother was there to help her with that and all of that. And grandma said that the daddy was going to beat her now. I don't know. Grandma didn't seem... I don't know. Anyway. Whatever. Grandma was there, so we'll have to wait and see did her dad show up or not show up or whatever. Because they got married, but I haven't seen like pictures and stuff from the wedding, so I don't know. Who else? Safari, Nikki. This whole thing. I'm sick of them too. So, basically everybody is mad at Nikki. Everybody left Nikki alone. Safari really ain't mad at Nikki. He ends up sitting talking to Ray J and the guys again. Here's Ray. Again, with one of his harebrained schemes. He gonna give him an earbud. And he gonna tell him what to say to Nikki. And Safari's goofy ass goes for it. I said, oh, Safari, you're starting to wear on my nerves. And we're seeing that cute don't always cut it. Because I'm already at the point where here we are. We're 8 episodes in. Safari's cute ain't working for me no more. Safari's starting to drain my substance. It's not even cute to look at him anymore. It's just like, oh, God, here he goes again. So he sits down. He has this conversation. Ray J's telling him what to say. This fool is sitting there listening to Ray J. And saying to Nikki, and Nikki's like, the fuck you talking to? You know what I mean? It's just like the stuff that he's saying doesn't even go with his personality. And Nikki's like, nigga, you got me fucked up in the game trying to talk to me like this. And she is getting them so thoroughly together. Soulja Boy and Ray J are in the car fucking screaming, laughing because he sounds ridiculous. So Nikki gets his ass together. Then she eventually says, you know what? I got a bitch of yours because you tell me about how you so loyal and all this. I got a bitch of yours that you done been seeing. When you were down in Miami somewhere, you seen this bitch. Brings her in. They got her face blurred. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That's a boy. I'm listening to the verbiage that's being used, and her voice is kind of deep, but I don't know if they kind of tried to muffle it to throw us off. But I'm looking at her, and I'm looking at her body. Honey, that's a boy. That's a boy. That's a lady boy. And I'm sitting there, and I'm laughing. And I'm like, because I'm seeing Safari's face, and Safari's face is like, Nikki, bitch. No, you won't. No, bitch, you will not. And he was keeping his cool, but it was like a no, you're not going to sit here, you fucking bitch, and flip shit on me and then try to make me out to be something else that I'm not. No, you're not going to do it. He's already said, I don't know you. You know what I mean? And he kept it totally politically correct. I don't know you, baby. He looked at the pictures. Oh, you don't know me, bitch. Her verbiage was straight cold faggot. I said, girl, stop. It kept calling him a bitch and stuff. And I'm like, women don't do that. What woman do you know that just literally was talking to a man, keep calling him a bitch? No, no. She wasn't even serving me fierce training. She was serving me faggot, little faggot boy in a dress. And her body shape was saying, that's somebody's nephew. That's somebody's tall, skinny ass motherfucking nephew. And Safari was so not here for it. And I was here for him not being here for that. And he was better than me because I'd have cussed that bitch the fuck out. I'd have cussed her and plastic face Nikki out. But he played it cool, told her, I don't know you. You look ridiculous. And I take pictures with people all the time. You know, give them a fist pump and keeps it moving because I'm a celebrity. Bitch, don't try it. And that bitch was still calling him bitches and shit. And he just was like, whatever. Paid them dust, left out of there, and then went outside and told Ray J, I'm done with Nikki. Like Nikki got shit with her. She played a lot of games. Anybody that want her can have her. I'm done with her. And I was like, now for that, I had to applaud the young man because that could have went a completely different way. And it probably would have been me because I'd have cussed Nikki and the drag queen out. But I thought he handled it well. I thought it was really shady of Nikki and Mona. That was fucked up. Anyway, so skip that. Okay, so on to Masika. So Masika's flipping over and turning over a whole new leaf somewhat. She really ain't for a whole bunch of the drama, but she's still, her friends are her friends, and she's not going to, like detach herself from her friends. Not right now, anyway, because I see eventually down the road with her and her parenting role, Masika's going to end up getting away from the likes of like Moniece and that kind of thing. Moniece had this whole little thing going on where she wants to come after Yap Yap, no Brandy, and Moniece was like, why? Like, fuck her, why? So Moniece is doing this whole release party for her new song, Bad Bitches Do. But during the party, she plans to expose Brandy about some shit that went down with her and Jabberjaw. How she busted him cheating and climbed all in the window and all this shit. And that's exactly what she did. She went on, she had this little listening party, got up on stage, and literally started telling the story. Before we got to that, Princess and Moniece were actually sitting down in a restaurant saying, girl, did you get the invitation to go to Moniece's release party? And this is another thing I don't understand. A bitch that I really don't like, I ain't going to nothing the bitch is throwing. Like, bitch, I ain't trying to uphold you releasing your single. Like, bitch, you and your single. So, whatever. But I guess what Mona tells you, get your ass over there and get in the party, then you have to do it. So, whatever. But, so they had a little conversation, and now I'm going to have to say this. Now, Brandy, I want you to yip yap, shut up, honey, because you and Princess that sat there and talking real bad about Moniece and talking about her looks. Now, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to stop that now. I'm gonna need you to stop because you playing games. Because not on any given day, Brandy, are you as sharp as Moniece. Not on any given day, bitch, and you believe that. You're just as crazy. You're crazy. It's just as unattractive as hers is. But looks-wise, bitch, you don't have a motherfucking thing for Moniece Slaughter. And I'm not a Moniece fan. I'm just telling you the truth of what I see out of my eyes. The ones my mama gave me and the ones that I bought, baby. On Moniece's best day, on her worst day, on Moniece's worst day, her ass will make Brandy a brand new Sunday face, okay? So All about you and Princess sitting up in the restaurant, coming for her and her makeup and all that. Ma'am, you're out of order. Just so you're out of order. You're married to Jabberjaw, bitch, for a reason because you couldn't do no better. You've done well for yourself with Jabberjaw. You stop climbing in windows and stop clowning and stop sitting up in restaurants clowning yourself. Talking about people who look better than you, bitch, because you don't compete where you don't compare. Remember that. Anyway, now Princess, you a pretty bitch, so you can get away with it, but don't lead your friends into love. You don't lead them down the road to be laughed at. And I kikied. So moving on. So they go on to the little function. They have the function. Sure enough, Monique gets up where she should be talking about the single or singing the single. She gets up and just spills all the motherfucking tea. And Brandy's sitting there like, what? And there was a third girl that came in with Brandy and Princess. And then Princess takes it up. Princess gets taking her shoes off. She's sitting over there. She's like, what you're not going to do is sit up and embarrass my friend. Now, bitch, you got beef with me. Bitch, now you're going to get it with me. And she's trying to run to get Monique yet again. Got Princess looking foolish. She's standing there just looking at her like, look at you, honey. Yes, escort her out. Get out, honey. Get out. Get on out of here. I said, oh. Made herself look very, very foolish. And she took up the whole thing for Brandy. Brandy's like, you need to get your facts straight. And she says, the facts are straight. Look how bad you are. Get out. I was like, oh. So my niece really did get him. But it was like, and Masika even said to her afterwards, she's like, yeah, she's like, mission accomplished. She's like, yeah, but what you did was you basically kind of gave the spotlight to Yap Yap when you should have been spotlighting what you're doing, your work, but you gave the spotlight to Yap Yap, and I just don't understand why. So I just kind of laughed. It was funny. It was funny, and it was bitchy, which is cool. But I think in the long run, I'm gonna keep on watching Masika. I think Masika's going to part ways with her friends. I don't think they're going to fall out, but I think she's going to kind of fade into the background because I don't think that's the look that she wants for herself as an artist, and definitely not as a mother. I believe her as far everything she says about the type of mother she wants to be and the type of life she wants to provide for her daughter. I believe her, and I could be wrong. And y'all know I wasn't a real big Masika fan in the beginning, but I believe the young lady about her change and what she's going through and her maturity, because I think her maturity is kicking up, and she's kind of seeing that it's time to put away foolish things, you know. So I believe it. I could be wrong, but I believe it. Other than that, yeah, that's it. That was all. That was all that really went down on this episode. Some more shit's going to jump off next week, so it'll be really interesting to see what's actually going on next week. And again, I thank you guys for clicking on this video. And always, I don't even thank you guys enough. All of you all who watch my Love and Hip Hop reviews. This review was really late coming out this week, and for that I apologize. This is one of my shows that you guys hooked on to, and this is what we've been doing this a lot since I had this channel, and I do really, really appreciate you all, and you all know that, but I don't say it all the time. So I do appreciate you, and I am sorry that this video came out late this week, but you all know I'm working on this SLVS, and I'll be it's next week, so we'll be back on track. A lot of work, a lot of sewing, a lot of gathering things. This is I'm finding out. I put things together all the time, but it is really a lot of work to put things together in a different state than you actually live in. Me and Sean have been working really hard. Sean's been working really, really hard. So, but anyway, we'll talk about all that as it actually comes. Again, I thank you guys for always supporting me and hanging out with me. And that's it. And I'll actually talk to you guys next week. Anything that you don't know about the SLVS and want to know, definitely go by www.slvsvegas.com and you can find out what all's going on if you've missed anything. We were talking about it for a while though. So that's that. And I will catch up with you guys later. All right, y'all. Bye.